insights, picks, results. This is Wizard Sports Picks. Beyond the Lines.
Okay, everybody, welcome to Beyond the Lines, powered by WizardSportsPicks.com, your home to the sharpest opinions in the handicapping industry from the best collection of cappers across the board. I'm Dana Lane, and every day, including today, we are serving up our top selections from our stable of elite handicappers right here on the Wizard Sports Picks YouTube channel. Hope everybody had a tremendous Thanksgiving. It's one of my favorite days of the year. Trying to keep people from not putting up Christmas decorations prior to, but now it's full blown. There'll be elves and snowflakes and all kinds of stuff up. So love this time of year. Wish it wouldn't go so fast. Like seeing the parades and the parade in the morning from New York. Although I have to say, and this may be a separate opinion on this. I don't know how you guys feel. You can drop a note in the box down below, but man, it's like for an hour and a half, I have to watch a snippet of every Broadway show in New York City. It's like, just show the parade. Just put the camera up, just like some people do on YouTube. Put the camera up, show the parade. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here to see, see cats. I mean, you want to show the Rockettes, fine. Okay, they've been doing this forever, but man, it just irritates me. And by the time 9:30 hits here locally, Pacific time in Vegas, I'm ready to watch football. I'm tired of watching all these musicals. But anyway, today we're going to give out 3 free college football selections for Friday's games. But before I do that, I just want to remind everybody to go to wizardsportspicks.com, drop off your email in the box. And, of course, for doing so, we will give you another free winner for Friday. And if you've been part of those free plays or been jumping on our premium plays, you guys know we've been absolutely smashing bookmakers. Today we have longtime Vegas veteran Joe D'Amico is up on the website with his premium selection. Sniper West has his Texas A&M game locked in. Newcomer Matt Robinson, who does his show on Mondays, he also has his premium play loaded up as well. And we're also happy to announce that Tom Macrina, longtime Las Vegas handicapper, will be taking over Beyond the Lines on Sunday. So he'll be talking about Monday's games or possibly a little bit later. So glad to have those guys in our stable of handicappers. And okay, look, I gotta do a little patting on the back, just a little bit. Okay. So 9 straight wins for myself, 9 straight wins at wizardsportspicks.com. I got 1 game pending tonight, and just to check in, it's still up in the air, but 9 straight winners. If you've been with me the entire time, congratulations. We're absolutely smashing it. So we're all in a good space right now. This is a perfect time to jump on board with wizardsportspicks.com. On to your Friday selections, and we're going to start things off with the first game on the board, which is rotation number 316 between the Ohio Bobcats and Buffalo Bulls. Ohio 7-4 straight up, 5-1 ATS, 5-6 to the under. They have failed to cover 3 of their last 4 games. Bulls are 5-6 straight up, 3-7-1 ATS, 6-5 to the over. Kickoff is scheduled for 12 noon Eastern time on ESPNU. Bobcats opened as a 4.5-point favorite. They were bet up to 7 behind 75% of the money wagered and 55% of the tickets. So the pros and the Joes both agree. Total's down 3 points to 44.5. You are getting minus $1.05 as consensus juice on that number. But it is important to note that temperatures are going to be around freezing for this game, and the wind is going to be around 16 miles an hour. So not great in Buffalo, as you would expect. Did not grow up too far away from there. I am well aware of what happens in the wintertime in Buffalo, and it will be in full effect on Friday. I would encourage bettors that when you're handicapping this game, don't get too caught up in the Bulls spread record. Buffalo's made a ton of mistakes. We know that. If you watch a lot of their games, you know that they have made a ton of mistakes in crucial situations to make scores against Miami and Central Michigan. Although Central Michigan is improved, it makes those final scores look not as close as they were if you take out those crucial mistakes, which we know are part of the game. But I try to analyze who a team is, and I don't want to put too much emphasis on turnovers, although I don't want to minimize those as well, because as we've seen in the last couple of weeks with Buffalo, we could probably expect one or two in this game. But when we're getting a touchdown, which we are in this game, it gives me a little bit more leeway. Even if they turn the ball over even once, I still think they could stay within this number. And of course, they will be focused on not turning the ball over. I think they had 8 turnovers in the last 2 weeks, which is unacceptable. But I'm under the belief if they win the battle of turnovers, they can win this game outright. The weather won't be great, but I expect Buffalo to get the ball in the hands of their wideout. Now, if you watch the Bulls this season, we know that it's not just throwing the ball from the pocket. They have various ways to get the ball to Victor Snow, various ways to get the ball to Nick McMillan. We're going to see a bunch of sweeps. We're going to see some things that probably we haven't seen all year. And I think Buffalo stays within this number. I think this number is kind of maybe begging you to go with the favorite. But I like Buffalo in this spot, so I'm going to take the Bulls plus the 7 as your first free pick. Game number 2. Rotation number 329, 330 between the Georgia Bulldogs and Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Bulldogs 10-1 straight up, 5-5-1 ATS, 4-6-1 to the under. 3 of the last 4 games have cashed under tickets. Georgia, a 14-point favorite, open up at 12.5 in some spots. 63% of the money is on the Bulldogs. 59% of the tickets is on Tech. So money and tickets are different in this game. Total is up 6 points to 59.5. Of course, sharp action is all over the over in this game. Kickoff is scheduled 3:30 Eastern Time, 12:30 Pacific on ABC, ACC Network, and ESPN Unlimited at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. With one game to know, we know this. Georgia is in the college football playoff. Now, if you talk to people down there, which I've done over the last week or so, they're not so sure. They have seen all kinds of movement, and they're not so sure if it's a 2-loss Bulldog team, what the committee will do. So they just don't want to put themselves in a position for them to make a choice. And, of course, we know Georgia's in. As long as Georgia can make a case for being in, they will be pushed in because, honestly, they deserve to be in. Now, this is a big game for them because they're not looking at, getting pushed out of the postseason. They're looking at getting that first-round bye. So I expect them to come out very focused in this game. We know we won't catch Georgia sleeping after what happened last year, but I do foresee them coming out, getting a big lead, and then calling the Dogs off in the second half, allowing the Jackets to climb back under the number late in this game. And even though the Jackets, if you watch them, even though the Jackets are not going to be in the postseason, we do remember what happened a year ago. And if we remember, you can bet they remember. Georgia Tech led Georgia 17-0 at the half. They led 27-13 with just under 10 minutes to go in the game. Then it got nuts, and Georgia pulled out that 44-42 double overtime victory, a loss for sure, but I think there's reason to think that Tech will come into this game playing with a ton of confidence in a revenge spot and a ranked Georgia Tech team that's looking towards the future and probably looking to send a message for next season as well. And we know that Tech lost to Pittsburgh a week ago. That was a spot where I really liked Pitt. I thought Pittsburgh was going to be very motivated after the Notre Dame game. But the one thing, and going back and watching this game, I didn't think it was a Brent Key game. And one thing, people around the university will tell you that Brent Key has brought in an identity. If he's done anything else to the Yellow Jackets program, he has brought in an identity. And I just, maybe for the first time this entire season, I didn't see that against Pittsburgh. And really, if you want to go a little bit deeper, for the first time this year, I didn't see the effort. And that is something that I'm sure Brent Key has talked about over and over again this week at practice, because it's one thing to lose, it's another thing to lose because you didn't give the effort that was expected. For those that don't know about this rivalry, it reminds me of UNLV and Reno in some ways, but there is genuine hate in this program. There is too many people around the Georgia Tech program that think that the Bulldogs get too much love, which they absolutely should. And if I'm going back to Brent Key again, if I'm looking towards next year, I'm thinking this is a genuine opportunity to set the tone for next season, where we can become perhaps sniffing the level of Georgia with another good performance, and they get to wipe the bad taste out of their mouth from the Pittsburgh game. I think Hayes King is going to have big numbers against that Bulldogs secondary. For me, 2 touchdowns is too much, so your second free play is Georgia Tech plus the 14. And then we're going to go to game number 3. 337, 338 between number 2 Indiana Hoosiers and the Purdue Boilermakers. IU 11-0 straight up, 6-5 ATS, 6-4-1 to the over. Purdue 2-9 straight up, 4-6-1 ATS, 3-8 to the under. The battle for the Oaken Bucket is the 100th between these two teams. Kickoff is scheduled for 7:30 Eastern Time, 4:30 Pacific on NBC and Peacock. And talk about weather. Well, this one's not going to have the wind, but it will certainly have the temperature. This game will be played in the mid to low 20s for most of it. So, for me, this game needs to be played Saturday morning. Well, Saturday morning here in Vegas, but 12 o'clock their time. That's when this game should be played, not at night. There's no reason to have this, no more than there is a reason to have Notre Dame and Stanford on as late as it is. But television rules, and that's when we're going to play this one. And hopefully Barry Odom thinks, as he tries to build this Purdue program, he thinks, man, it would have been nice to stay in Vegas and I could be playing indoors at Allegiant Stadium, but he decided to take his talents to Lafayette. Not a sentence I have uttered very much in my life. This will be certainly, although there is a list of really good quarterbacks that Purdue has faced this year, but Fernando Mendoza is definitely the top quarterback that they will face. And of course, we know if they are to build this program up, they have an opportunity right here they're not going to win this game, but to cover this number and to look respectable against IU. Look, the quarterback situation at Purdue is not good. We know that Malachi Singleton, Ryan Brown are probably not going to be in this program next year. So this is, and I expect both to play on Friday, but this is an opportunity for both of these kids to show maybe another program what they're capable of doing. If I know Barry Odom, he's going to be looking into that transfer portal as soon as it opens for an established quarterback to come in and run his offense. This was all kind of smashed together this year for Odom, so there's no reason to get down on his program, but this is a tremendous opportunity for them to be at least competitive in a game that they probably have no business being competitive in. Boilermakers, when we look at their strengths, certainly it's their defensive line. C.J. Nunley is a kid that's probably going to play at the next level. I don't know if he's going to play at defensive end, but certainly has the talent to play at the next level. And if there's a weak spot on the Hoosiers, it may be their offensive line depth, although the starting offensive line is as good as there is in college football. Their offensive line depth is not, and we could see more of that in the second half. I think the hook is going to come into play here, so make sure you get that 28.5. Your third free play is Purdue plus 28.5. So that's it for today's show. Get over to wizardsportspicks.com. Check out our other premium winners from our top handicapping team. Don't forget, win at wizardsportspicks.com. Drop your email in the box, and we'll send you another free play for Friday. Also, guys, hit that like and subscribe button. It's huge for us. We put a lot of work into these videos, so hit that like, subscribe button, maybe a few comments in there. Anything you could do, we appreciate it. And of course, we're building this thing, and we can't build it without you, so make sure you're part of it. One more time, here's your 3 free plays for Friday: 316 Buffalo +7, 330 Georgia Tech +14, and 338 Purdue +28.5. Also, guys, I have to tell you, I don't know if I forgot. It was a long time ago. I don't know if I told you, but I'm absolutely smashing my premium plays at wizardsportspicks.com. Today, we have 9 straight winners. I got 1 game pending, so please make sure you check out my premium games for Friday. And if you're in the Las Vegas area, or you get the Las Vegas Review Journal, of course, you know I'm in a college football contest. We got 1 week to go. It's neck and neck for the top spot. So pick up your Las Vegas Review Journal, and you'll get my plays for Saturday in the contest. Make sure also come back tomorrow. Joey Tron will be here. He'll jump back in the hot seat on Beyond the Lines. I wish you guys all the best. I hope everybody had a tremendous Thanksgiving. Thank you for watching. I'm Dana Lane. Good luck to everyone, and we'll see you next time.